Is it recording? All right. So next up is Belle's bees. This is the one that we did the water box removal from the hockey's place on. And they've been doing pretty solid, still a smallish colony. So we'll check on them. Now all of this feed is empty. Still gonna puff a little smoke in there for a minute, just to let them know that we're starting. Do have some ants that are not my favorite, but that happens sometimes when you get a little bit of sugar up on the top, especially in here, because there wasn't really any way for the bees to get up there and defend that area or clean off.
Because you didn't have it open, right?
Nope. All right, so you can see here, which those ants aren't doing anything to me, they're just sugar ants, but you can see the bees down in that opening right there. They're not trying to build up any comb, so that's good. Sometimes they'll do that.
It's helpful to us.
Huh?
Good in the sense that it's helpful to us.
Yes. All right, so this is still loose too, so they're not really propylizing or building wax.
Unlike this hive over here.
Just for good measure, I'm gonna go ahead and puff a little bit of smoke in there. Give it a minute. Okay. Let's see what the mood of these girls is today. All right. So first off, always check the lid. It's rare, but just in case the queen is ever hanging out up there. Don't see her, so.
Are you gonna check all the frames or just a few key frames?
I'll probably check most of them.
Is that spider web in there? What is that silk looking stuff?
Right here?
Yes.
No, that's actually string that was on one of the frames.
Were they getting rid of it and so they were pulling
yeah,
it and
looks
it was
like they've
fraying?
been chewing on it. That's the string that I put in when I tied in one of the frames. They've been trying to cut that loose. All right, so pollen patty will have to come out. I do see some hive beetle larvae on this.
Ew.
So probably won't put that back in. They're kind of cutting this one loose, but that's the wax paper that's on it. I see some hive beetle larvae on that too.
This is the hive we were having issues with them.
Well, they're not real big. Yeah, it is the one that had the most hive beetles in it. And the reason is the bees can't really chase them away.
You got a yellow jacket on the yellow hive.
That's okay. This is just a roach roaming around right there. So that happens. Okay, so we'll set you right here. This one. Still not a whole lot going on that frame. Okay, this one is the one they keep trying to connect to the comb that we removed. So make sure I keep this pumped up. I got chips coming out of my smoker right there. All right. So.
Kinda hot.
Huh?
Kinda hot.
Well, that's gonna be the case for the most part while we're out here. All right. So let's see what we got going on here. Slow and steady. Nothing on the side over here where I am. Got a bee hanging out on my finger right there.
He's just like, what's going on? It was on the frame 30 seconds ago.
This is mostly food stuff.
Yeah, there's a little bit of capped honey on the top.
There's capped honey on that top. And that's basically all they're trying to do on this frame right now. It's not the prettiest job on the comb they're drawing out right here, and part of that is because they're trying to connect it to the comb that we did from the cutout on the other side.
Which we don't want.
But Queen's not going to be on here because she doesn't hang out on the food. Oh, I got one little testy at me right here. Just in case she smells the other hive on me. They don't seem particularly bothered by the smoke, which is weird.
Because it's not really blowing to them, it's blowing over them.
Okay, well, I need them to kind of get out of the way, so I'm just going to kind of nudge them a little bit. See, she's bumping me. This one right down here, she's bumping me. You are kind of being a nuisance, girl.
Don't talk to me that way.
Okay, there's a lot of honey in here, which may be part of the reason she's acting that way. That, and they can be more agitated if they are dealing with like hive beetles and stuff regularly, which we know we're working against right now. Wow, that queen.
That's some great capped brood coverage right there.
Now the thing that's funny
Why
is,
are they doing like
so that
honey
that-
on one side? And
well,
then
that overlap is because that's part of the comb that we cut, and it's over that string. And that other side is the comb that we cut out, which was another piece. So they're using the left piece for brood. They're using the right piece for honey,
That's funny.
which is kind of odd to see. They're doing the same thing on this side, though.
Such pretty
And I see the queen right
capped
there.
brood though.
There's the queen.
Which she was also the other one we found the other day, right?
She's right here.
Ah, yes, I see her. She's kind of big.
She's doing a good job hanging out right where she's supposed to. So we'll be careful with her. I'm going to get her back in here. That's fantastic. She is laying like a champ.
Are your queen identification skills getting better, Father?
Apparently, but these are smaller colonies, so
Less bees to sort through.
the thing I got to
You
be
still
careful
need to
of.
mark them.
The thing I got to be careful of there is she's between that with that honey and the other comb,
Yeah.
and we don't want to squish her in between when we're putting back in. So I'm having to be really, really soft and careful
Yeah.
with some of that. Okay, we know she's in there. Let's take one look at this frame to see what they're doing with it. I see bees on 4 frames now. Okay, you need to get out of the way because I'm going to squish you if you don't.
Diatomaceous is a good word.
Alright, this one's heavy. I bet it's mostly honey. Buzz one. We got some larvae over here.
Let me see.
So left-hand side, if you get up close, can you see them down in there?
Yeah.
Get a close-up under the capped honey.
Under the capped honey.
Do you see it on the left-hand side? There's little white larvae. Nope, left.
Left.
You're looking the wrong direction. Do you see them in there? Can you? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure that we are getting good footage.
But can you see them?
Well, I saw them from afar, Father.
So they got larvae all through there. Man, this colony. Oh, and we got all kinds of capped brood on this side. Only a little bit of drone. No queen cells. So they're happy with her. And they're building out comb on that next frame of foundation. So
That's good.
I've seen what I need to see in here. We'll get these girls put back up. Okay, y'all need to move out of the way so I don't squish you between frames. Move your butt, lady. This one's hanging out on my hand. Okay, I'll get you back where you were. Slow and steady. So you'll have a chance to move out of the way. With that honey frame right there causing issues. And we definitely don't want to disturb the queen because, man, she's doing a good job. All right.
Good job, Belle's bees.
So, get these put back in here. I don't want a checkerboard because that's the brood,
Yeah.
and she seems to be doing a good job with them. I don't see as many hive beetles in here as what we were dealing with before.
So since they're growing, they're probably being able to fight
Probably,
them
and my
off a
bet
little
is once that brood hatches out, which should only be about another 5 or 10 days,
better. Mm-hmm.
they'll have pretty good population in there.
Yeah.
So since we won't be checking again, I think I'm good with putting these back in, just to make sure we keep this full of our 10 frames,
Mm-hmm.
so they don't get too creative with how they build that comb. All right, nice and snugged up. This girl's doing a good job. I did see some
Hive
sun
beetle.
larvae on here from hive beetles,
Yeah. So you might
but
want to take.
if I just do the little bit that's left right here,
They should be able to
they
kill
should
them.
be able to eat through that pretty quick.
And kill the hive beetle babies.
All right, y'all have been a little less excited with me being in here today, so I'm gonna get out of the way. So we've seen queens in our first 2 checks. That's pretty awesome.
We
Okay.
still have yet to mark them.
Yeah, but so there are different philosophies on that. Some people say that you shouldn't, because it's a crutch and you don't learn as well how to identify them. All right, now I'm not gonna close this one yet because I don't know if I have feed in one of these other buckets that I can give them. I'm just gonna put this bucket here to cover this for the moment. Because next up, we're gonna check out Endeavor right here, and we'll see if there's leftover feed in that top feeder that we can move over there, because I brought a full bucket to give to her.
Okay.
All right, you can stop recording on this one.
Ah.